Hey Team Bio, this homework tonight is a two-part sequence. First is a screencast from me teaching you a little bit about keystone species and what they are, and the next part is to watch a video from Nat Geo about the wolves of Yellowstone. Okay, so first of all, let's define ecosystem. You all know that an ecosystem is composed of two discrete parts that come together to make the ecosystem. The first is the ecosystem is abiotic factors. Oh, I think I want to make this a little skinnier. So the ecosystem is composed of abiotic factors, which is all of our non-living things. So for example, the temperature and the precipitation, how much it rains or snows or fogs. Determine a lot of the characteristics of the ecosystem. But in addition to the abiotic factors, the how warm or cold it is, how much sun or night there is, the precipitation, all these things, the ecosystem is also influenced by the biotic factors. The living things in the ecosystem. And which brings us to our topic that we are going to consider, a keystone species. And a keystone species is a really important species in an ecosystem. So if we come up with a list of characteristics of a keystone species, it's a species on which other species largely depend. It has a large effect on the ecosystem relative to its own abundance, meaning how prevalent it is in the ecosystem. And the removal of a keystone species changes the ecosystem dramatically. We get this name, a keystone species, from the keystone of an arch. The keystone is the last piece that you put into an arch that holds the integrity of the structure all together, and its removal causes the entire structure to crumple. So we kind of use this metaphor of the keystone species to describe a species that is playing this particular role in the ecosystem. It's holding the entire ecosystem, the arch of the ecosystem, together. Okay, so you are going to go on and watch a movie about the removal and reintroduction of wolves to Yellowstone. And what you're looking for is the term, you're looking for a trophic cascade. Oop. This is the ripple effects from one trophic level to the next of the removal of wolves from Yellowstone along with their reintroduction. So as you watch the video, I want you to write down in this removed category what was happening to Yellowstone when wolves were not present. So what was the impact not just on the wolves, but on all the trophic levels either above or below them? Not many above, but lots of levels below them. So, and then what happened to the ecosystem? How did the trophic levels change when wolves were reintroduced? So a column underneath removed of the effect of the lack of wolves, and a column here on the ecosystem of what happens when wolves were reintroduced. And I want you to pay attention not just to the biotic factors, what happened to living things, but also what happens to abiotic factors when wolves are removed and reintroduced. Okay, that is all. Go on and watch that video now.